Okay, let's do this. Let's see, Scorpio, what happened in the past. Ooh. Okay, so Scorpio, I feel in the past there was this sense of heaviness. There could have been a relationship that was feeling very heavy. There could have been like, it's almost like the end of a happily ever after, Scorpio. It's like a feeling where you felt like you didn't belong in a relationship anymore. It felt disconnected. A lot of you could have felt isolated. A lot of you reached a point where you started questioning yourself, am I in the right situation? Am I in my happily ever after? This is what it should be looking like. Okay, some of you could have been stuck because of family. Okay, but yeah, something weighed very, very heavy. I feel you continued committing, continued investing into a person, place, situation from the past that was draining you out. Okay, it's like you were not in love anymore. Okay, some of you, you were in a dynamic where there was a lack of emotional fulfillment. Okay, you did get fulfillment once upon a time, but there was no fulfillment anymore. Okay, and you felt drained. You felt like you were giving and giving and giving and giving, but you were the one who was holding on to the entire relationship. You were the one who was doing all the heavy lifting here. Yeah, there was a lot of disappointment for sure. I feel a lot of you could have felt very, very rejected. A lot of you could have felt like, I mean, why am I doing all the work? And it's almost like you accepted, like, you know what, it is over. A lot of you reached a point where you said it is over. It's almost like you saw a situation very, very clearly for what it is. For a very long time, you stayed biased. You know, for a very long time, you stayed biased about a situation. But yeah, you did keep on going. But the truth is that you realize you were flogging a dead horse. Okay, it's like you were trying to make something work out, which wasn't only yours to do. Okay, there was a lack of partnership. There was a lack of responsibilities being delegated, etc. Too heavy. Okay, you were everywhere. You were trying to do everything and you were trying to do everything, although you were exhausted. Wow. So Scorpio, in the current situation, I do feel that you are letting go of a collaboration. Okay, you're letting go of a collaboration which was really not a collaboration. Okay, is what I'm getting. I feel that you were letting go of a collaboration. Others of you, there was some situation that you started working on, but there was a pause. Looks like you're restarting that connection again. So for some of you, you're restarting a connection that you had started and it was at a pause. You're restarting a connection again. Others of you are taking the lead and letting go of people who are just trying to throw you under the bus. It's like, I can't deal with this anymore. Okay, yeah, I feel that you realize the fact that your end all be all, your long-term, you have long-term plans and you are changing your strategy. Okay, so you realize that you were holding on to false stability all this while. There was never stability to begin with, or even if there was stability, the stability started to drain out. So you are wrapping that up. What you're doing is you're giving up on a situation. You're giving up on a situation, you're surrendering, you're no longer fighting for a situation that is not worth it, and you're standing up for a situation that you feel is worth it. In the now, for a lot of you Scorpios, are moving towards a solid a solid, stable start. Okay, you're moving towards abundance. This is the kind of relationship that you have manifested, and it's actually starting off on the right foot. You know, this is the kind of relationship where you start to invest financially. Yeah. Like even if it's a long distance relationship, you will start to invest money to traveling. Why? Because you were probably holding on to something else which was fake, which wasn't good for you anymore. It was toxic and you're fed up. You're fed up this week. Okay, and I feel a lot of you are now, it's almost like it's begun. It's begun. You see that you can have a stable solid foundation with someone, and if the current situation looks like you're wanting to go for it. Okay, now although you want to go for this, right, what's going to happen is that by the end of the week, right, I do feel that you are there are some kind of trust issues. There is some kind of situation where you are mentally exhausted. You want to move into calmer waters. You may even want to travel. You may want to relocate. You may want to move towards someone. Maybe if it's a long distance relationship, you may want to travel towards someone. But again, it's more about daydreaming about it. The universe is saying, get real. There is no point daydreaming, fantasizing, thinking, and making of the best of plans, but never really implementing it. And there is a reason that you're not implementing the plans. Okay, I feel a lot of you are confused. Okay, so either you are confused because you don't know what the other person is thinking, like you're in two minds, like, now what do? I don't know what the other person is thinking. So what's happening is that you're not even communicating to the other person about what are your thoughts. Do you want me to come towards you? Do you want me to travel? You don't want to, or then you're feeling very blocked by the opposite person. But you're feeling blocked or you're being confused. Okay, one of it is happening by the end of the week. So that's what it is. Let's see. Card for the past. So in the past, unworthy. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. So I think this is what happened with the 10 of Wands. You had to take steps in the past, okay? Because you were in an unworthy relationship. You were in a relationship where your worth and value was not done, okay? In the future, you still stay in bad relationships. You stay in bad relationships because you're lonely. Be okay with being yourself, fear loneliness. That's what's happening. In the near future, also, you are still, even though there is potential for something new to start, Scorpio, in the now, it's like you're all prepared. Like, I know this person's good for me. I know that relationship's good for me. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do this. So there's a lot of I'm going to. A lot of fantasies, a lot of daydreaming, a lot of, oh, I got this. But there is no real action by the end of the week. And there's no real action probably because with the Two of Swords, I don't know, you're waiting for some information to come in, you're waiting for some more clarity to come in, or you're kind of just being biased. Okay, maybe so maybe for a lot of you still don't have enough courage in you to get out of a bad situation and move into a good situation. Okay, it's almost like you are fearing that what if you leave the old person and move towards the new person? What if the new person doesn't turn out to be good? What if you're making an unnecessary sacrifice? Okay, but I do feel that you're kind of playing Switzerland by the end of the week. The universe is saying the time to play Switzerland is over. The time to play Switzerland is over. You will have to make a choice, or then the choice is going to be made for you, and then you are going to have no choice. Okay, so don't stay in relationships only because you fear loneliness. This loneliness can be in two things. Either you actually want to become single, but you're too scared that you'll be left out, you'll be the last one on the shelf, and you'll never get into a relationship, so you stay with the bad person. Or you're staying in one bad relationship and you're not wanting to get out of that relationship because that relationship is your comfort zone. You know it can't get worse than this. Okay, and the new relationship with the new person, it's scary because it's the unknown. Okay, so yeah, the universe is giving you an opportunity out here. Okay, it's giving you an opportunity, but you're like kind of 2 steps forward, 3 steps backward is what I'm getting.